You guys played so well 2 weeks ago. What do you think happened tonight?
Turnovers that resulted in touchdowns, the 2 fumble returns, and then the 1 from the 20, and then the penalties. And just wouldn't have saw that coming. But there was some things early in the game we were doing well. Defensively, we were stopping them, and offensively, we were moving the ball. We didn't put it in the end zone, but the two fumble touchdowns, and then the late fumble that gave him another one, and then in the third quarter, I don't know, we got a first down. So, just bad penalties and turnovers.
How disappointing for you and your team was this one?
Very. Extremely.
Offensively, a lot of disarray. You mentioned the penalties. It seemed like every other play, someone was false starting. Why was that the case today?
I wish I had a good answer for that. Obviously, we practiced with crowd noise. We've played in crowd noise a couple weeks ago that was louder than this. I think whether it's a little bit of nervous energy, I wish I could tell you. There's no good reason. There's no excuse for it.
Just in the past 4 years, you kind of waxed eloquent on how great it is to win that big game. I know it's probably harder to wax eloquent about how difficult it is, but how difficult is it?
Yeah, it's extremely painful. It's frustrating, especially when the game goes like it went, when there was plenty of opportunities to move the ball and score touchdowns and keep them off the field, and we didn't do it. We just shot ourselves in the foot way too many times. And it's a team sport, and we all share in that. Coaches, players, offense, defense, and special teams. So it's very, very painful.
Justin, you continue to have trouble running the ball, obviously. How much did that hurt the passing game?
Yeah, it did. I thought the line of scrimmage, especially in the second half, went to them. I mean, that became obvious, where the first and 10 normal down and distance runs, even if we fit them and stopped them, they were still getting 3 or 4 yards, and then we couldn't get much going in the run game, and then it makes it a lot harder.
What do you tell your team in the locker room after just the absolute worst kind of loss?
That it's frustrating and it's painful, and we're in this together, the coaches and the players, and I think they were ready to play in terms of their energy and excitement. I know that. The practice was good, but unfortunately the want to doesn't equal good football, and ball security, holding on to the football, getting key stops on defense when we needed them, like in the fourth quarter especially. We needed to get off the field. But the penalties, it started on the opening kickoff. We got a holding penalty that forced us to start at, I don't know, whatever it was, the 5-yard line or 8-yard line. So already the field position was in a really bad spot. So it's all that. And we all own it, and it's bad football. You can't do that. You're not going to win games giving them 14 or 21 off of turnovers and then having all those penalties.
So we've got 2 fumbles lost all season. Is this something you couldn't even?
Yeah, I would never have thought we would have given up 2 fumble for touchdowns. It's not something that you really consider. What you work on and talk about is winning turnover margin, great ball security habits on offense, punch outs and tips and overthrows on defense, and we didn't. I would not have seen that coming. It wasn't part of the plan.
How would you expect the team to react next week?
To come back and go to work again and have each other's backs. We have a lot to play for. We're in the postseason, but we want to go to the best postseason game possible. We have another chance to compete against an excellent team, and you only get so many of them, so I would expect them to come back ready to go.
Justin, the fan base is growing increasingly antsy about the trajectory of this program. What's your message to them, and what little comments there you can be the one to fully turn around?
Oh, I get it. If you're not winning, and there should be high expectations. Everybody's got them. Okay, we have them. The players and the coaches have them, and I feel their pain. I understand. We work really hard at this. The coaches and the players do. It's not an excuse to go out and play like that. I understand their pain. I understand the frustration. We're working as hard as we possibly can to play as good as we can, and we didn't do that tonight.